Hey, welcome. We are going to tell you all about our business, Do It Yourself. We are Group 6. To kick us off, I want to talk about a couple of leap of faith assumptions that we are making with this business. In terms of our value hypothesis, we're assuming that customers are going to use Do It Yourself as their go-to learning platform for basic home repairs and vehicle maintenance. In terms of acquiring customers with our growth hypothesis, Do It Yourself is going to acquire customers through advertising and expert networks, those networks being the communities in which our experts reside and bringing those customers with them. So let's talk about the value proposition. And this is really big because as we had discussed the value proposition, we had gone out into the community and talked to people about their frustrations around YouTube. Last time we had determined that YouTube is going to be a huge pain point for this business. And so we wanted to make sure that we were approaching this and create solutions that will differentiate us from YouTube enough to acquire those customers. So on this slide, you're going to see the result of some of the conversations that we've had with potential customers, but also potential content creators. From a customer standpoint, we noticed a few reoccurring themes. One being the quality of content not being great. That means that they're not experts. They don't trust the content. The people go on tangents. It's just not reliable. Another theme was that the number of ads are just ridiculous. And that is something that we want to solve as well. Finally, there's just no quality control. Vulgar language appearing in some of these training videos. And this is all from a learning platform perspective. So those are a couple of reoccurring themes that we saw in these conversations. From the creator standpoint, the creators have good ideas for this platform and they don't get a voice. YouTube is constantly making policy changes that screw over their creators. And then finally, the pay structure isn't ideal. So on this next slide, you're going to see our solutions, what we're proposing to both our creators and our consumers. For our creators, we're promising quality control. We're promising a royalty compensation. So that gets rid of the ads, but we're going to promise our compensation from our subscription based on how many views that these creators are getting. And then the creator is going to have a voice. And I'll let Ty talk about that a little bit later on. In terms of the consumers, quality content, it's going to be easy to find, subscription-based, no ads, quality control, like we talked about before, no vulgarity, anything around that. And then our consumers are going to trust that we're going to get experts, and they can trust that what they're seeing is from an expert's mouth and it's going to be all quality content.
So we've broken down our customer segments into 4 main groups. They do overlap a bit, but to start with, before we know too much, we've got 4 main ideas of the groups of people. The first is homeowners. Homeowners are going to gain value from our site by learning how to repair things around the house. Young adults, that segment will gain value by learning common maintenance like vehicle or just around the house, things that they haven't encountered just living at home with their parents before. Do-it-yourselfers, they'll gain value because we'll have projects they can create, whether it's building a shelf or building something in the yard. And then the last main group we have are budgeters, and these are people who are looking to save money, whereas you would normally hire an independent contractor, someone to come fix something in your house, you can learn how to do it yourself and save money.
We really see customer relationships as something that is twofold. We see our customer viewers, we see the relationship as being very automated, but also being very, very trustful type relationship where they can trust the brand. They know they're getting the same video, the same quality every time they visit the site, and also have an open communication line of feedback where that will reflect in the videos that they are viewing. We also have a relationship with our content creators. Hopefully that's something a little more long-term, but definitely something personal as we build upon what we see as YouTube's mistakes with the disconnect between them and their content creators. We want to bring on some of the expertise, content creators onto the board so they can kind of voice an opinion for those content creators, avoid those same problems.
For do-it-yourself, the revenue streams will consist of more traditional revenue models. We start out with the basic subscription fee for users charged on a monthly basis. Aside from the user subscription, on the other end, we will offer promotional opportunities for the content creators. Opportunities such as featured how-to of the week, homepage video placements, etc. Last but not least, we have sponsored advertising. In correlation with the feedback we've received and the subscription fee, these ads will follow a pay-per-click model, but will not be run before, intermittently, or after the video. These sponsored advertisements will be displayed on the borders of the website's pages and strictly in correlation with whatever it is you need help doing, such as tools, lumber, parts, etc.
So as far as the channels, for right now, we have 3 big ideas. The first is the website. That's where 90+% of our customers will see the product. Eventually, we'd like to release an app, but for now, we just have the website. And then we'd have emails would be the next big thing. That would help with customer retention. You know, someone watches a video, we want them to come back. So we'll send them an email with recommended videos to get them back on our site so that they don't just leave us forever. And then eventually we'd like to have seminars, you know, maybe with a partner. We could partner with a big company like Home Depot and get them to give demonstrations and, you know, bring that content hands-on to people in real life.
Key resources. So our biggest one would be the video platform. We need it to be professional and also attractive. We need to make it easy to navigate and make them want to stay. And then we also need the certified professionals. Right now, YouTube does not necessarily have certified professionals. You don't know who you're watching from Adam. And we want to make do-it-yourself a credible alternative to YouTube. And then our last, we need a good professional video crew. I hate it when I'm watching a video and the camera is joggy. It just makes it really hard to watch. And if we can make it clean and clear, it makes the videos professional, and it also makes do-it-yourself more credible.
All right, so we're pretty excited about these prospective partnerships. The 2 groups that we thought about partnering with are auto parts shops and home improvement stores. As Will referenced, one thing that we thought of is having our experts promote certain products that will be beneficial to whatever project that they're working on. So we'd like to partner with these auto shops and home improvement stores from a product standpoint and leverage their business to drive their revenue so that they can drive ours.
Key activities. The key activities that we are going to focus on in our business is the marketing and customer acquisitions. For the marketing, we have our key partners that we're looking at to help us. We're working with local Utah Walmarts, and that they're going to allow us to use their tire centers and other parts of the store to help us get this marketed, as well as I called around to 50 businesses in the Salt Lake Valley, and the majority of them will let us market there for free. As well as on the customer acquisition, we definitely want to find the best ways to acquire new customers and retain them. And so we're looking at different possibilities with costs and things like that. And I've ran a lot of tests on how to compete with YouTube, and the majority of the younger women generation are willing to pay for this. And so we ran over 15 sites and over a week long, and to gather as much data as we could and where to focus on customers. And so those are the key activities, the marketing, and then the customer acquisition side.
So all these inside elements add to our cost structure. As you can see here, it's broken down into 4 parts, with the main being video editing and publishing, royalty for our content creators, website and app maintenance, and of course, advertising to get the word out for our company. So as we look back at the process that we've gone through, the main thing that we took away was being able to test our hypothesis and our value proposition, and kind of what we built was so huge. As we would build something or test our key hypothesis, we would go out and test it with surveys and interviews, how we did most of them with real people. And the results we got gave us huge insight into things that we didn't see as we were working together in a room or over chat, that other people could point out to us. They also gave us huge insight into the business, the industry that we're going in, more problems that we didn't foresee when we started this. So we learned that tests were huge, and as we would use those, they would help us build on top of that, give us another tool to measure, and of course learn from that. So as always, from a group, we learned a lot from this presentation, and we hope you enjoyed it.